What is a PCR test and how does it work? PCR is an abbreviation and stands for polymerase chain reaction. This describes a method with which DNA sections, i.e. parts of the genetic material, can be duplicated. In order to be able to detect DNA, large amounts are needed, and since often only small amounts of DNA are taken from a sample, a PCR is then carried out in the laboratory. A PCR can then be used, for example, to detect viral infections, pathogens, genetic diseases, paternity, criminal offenses, or counterfeit food. In order to carry out a PCR, you need several ingredients: the DNA section and the various building blocks that make up DNA. The ingredients are all put into a small plastic container and mixed well. Then the container is put into a machine that can heat and cool. This is where the PCR is carried out. In the first step, 2 pieces of DNA are produced from 1 piece of DNA, and after 2 steps, 4 pieces of DNA are produced. In this way, more and more DNA is copied until after 10 runs you have already over 1000 copies. If you do this 30 times, you get 1 billion copies. That is a number with 9 zeros, and that is so much DNA that you can see it with a certain color even without a microscope.